Hello, everybody on YouTube and the world. This is Echo,
This is Kilo.
and today we're going to be talking to you guys about getting in the mindset of a Minuteman and a prepper. The first thing that we're probably going to tell you is the difference between a prepper and a Minuteman. A prepper is someone who buys things to survive by themselves or just their families and not really, they have it in their house and they have it there just in case, but they really don't think about it too much. Um, a Minuteman, on the other hand, is someone who's constantly vigilant for different things in the world that are going on. They're constantly talking to other people and networking, which we'll talk about later. And so Minutemen are just they're a little more social compared to a prepper. So you have to, in order to begin prepping, begin becoming a Minuteman, you have to get into the mindset. The mindset includes being informed. Watch the news, but don't always believe everything on the news. You know, some news stations are a little more towards certain political parties, and some don't want to show certain things, and you really have to search for a legitimate news source. Another one is always constantly being aware of your surroundings. I know that when I go to school, when I go to a sporting event, I'm always aware, always looking for. If I walk into a building, I say, okay, there's exits over there. There's this many people. How am I talking with crowd control? Am I going to be able to get out easily because there's not a lot of people? It's just constantly being aware of your surroundings. Also keeping an eye out for suspicious people who look really sketchy. Someone looks, I don't know, I'm not endorsing, judging a book by its cover, but you have to be aware of people around you. Um, and another thing is being ready at a moment's notice. I know that certain preppers, they'll have their equipment in a certain area of their house, and they'll just leave it there, but they'll leave it kind of like half ready, half not ready. Um, for example, like they'll have rounds for their weapon, but they won't be in the magazines. Another one is they'll have a medical kit, but it's not put together in one place, or they'll have food, but it's not already in their pack. Same with water. So it's all about being ready at a moment's notice and being able to get out of wherever you are, being able to hunker down at any moment. The last thing is obviously being equipped. You need to be able to survive for a long time. I always say pack for about 3 days worth of time. If you're hunkering down, you want to be able to go outside of the wire, which is basically go outside your home or wherever you have your established homestead, and have enough for not only for the day that you're out, but maybe another day, a third day, just in case you get caught out there longer than you've expected. So,
Another important thing about being prepared is being in shape. You do not want to be the slowest person in a group of people. That's never a good thing. Just getting out, jogging in your neighborhood every week or so, every day if you can. Going to a gym every now and then. Gym memberships are kind of expensive sometimes, but I know ask your parents for your birthday for a membership, but I know just being in shape in general is always good to have because you can't leave that at home if you have it. It's just always good to have, and you never want to be the last person in anything.
right. Um, the next thing about getting into the mindset is the social aspect. I know that social media is a really big thing nowadays. Everybody's posting pictures of their food on Instagram and on Facebook, and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm at my friend's baby shower. Oh my God, pictures. But there are certain things you really should not post onto social media. If you have a weapon of sorts, if your parents have a rifle, if you have knives, if you have other means of self-defense, I do not recommend putting it on social media because the moment something happens and those people remember, oh, I saw a picture of Facebook of Echo having this whole set of knives that he can totally hand out to us because we're in so much trouble. You don't want people to know how much you have or what you have exactly. So always be wary of what you post on social media. Always. And there are a lot of people on my Facebook friends list personally that have expressed their political views a lot. That's fine. You have your opinion. You have your freedom of speech while you still have it. While we still have it. But it's all about being moderate. Don't pull it to the extreme. Don't be like, oh, I hate the United States government. socialism, workers will rise again. The
You know,
Reds. Like none of that. If you're being extreme or what's it called, jihad. We're gonna blow up a building or something like that.
No.
You don't want that either. So you can express your political views. Just be kind of wary of what you post. So another big thing involving social groups is your friends. If you go up to someone who's obviously super liberal and come up to say, we must prepare for the impending dictatorship of the United States and things like that, they're going to look at you like you're crazy, number one. And number two, they're probably going to tell someone that you're preparing for something that's coming. So you always have to be prepared, be wary of who you talk to about certain things, especially about being a Minuteman. Um, Another thing that goes along with the social aspect as well is your family. Obviously, you should care about your family and care about the things you have. Be always appreciate what you've got. So, but your family needs to be as well informed as you are. They don't necessarily have to share the same views as you, but they still have to know about prepping. Even if they're not in the Minuteman mindset, at least get them in the prepping mindset. I know I sat down and I talked to my mom. One day the lights went out because the storm came around, and we talked about being prepared for everything. Having extra batteries, having emergency equipment, having a radio, having extra food, water, etc. So those types of things that are pretty much applicable to anywhere that you live. Certain places get hit by earthquakes, and you can't go to the supermarket right after the earthquake. Um, Places get hit with hurricanes, tornadoes, blizzards. There's always some natural disaster. You're not safe from everything in the world. So you always got to be prepared for everything like that.
All right. Another really important thing for any kind of prepper, or whatever you would say, is having a group of people, like even one or two friends that agree with you or have similar views as you. Yeah, just being in a group of people that have a bunch of different experiences or backgrounds. You don't want to all know the same exact things, because then what if something else comes up that none of you know? So you want to have people that are diverse in a way that can help you with different areas of anything. Like, he knows more about like military and stuff like that than I do, and yeah, things like that. So
Yeah, he's saying basically that you use everybody in your groups to your advantage.
use everyone's strengths
Exactly.
to cover each other's weaknesses.
Like, I know at our school we have a medical program. I don't know much about being a medic, but someone from our medical academy who may share the same views as we do about being prepared, their skill might become valuable to us one day. Say one of us gets hurt, slips and falls, or gets struck by lightning, or starts choking, or anything basically, because there's so many ways to die, so you have to have that certain skill set. I know people who can get us important weapons, people who can get us supplies such as food and water, other people who are medically trained as well. So it's all about knowing people, and you also have to take advantage of those people. Not per se take advantage.
Take advantage of their skills.
Take advantage of their skills, number one, and of their resources somewhat. If your parents, if they make good money, and they give you some extra money for whatever may be for your birthday or something like that, you don't have to spend all of your money on prepping. Maybe I would, because I'm a Minuteman type mindset all the time, but at least a small amount. Say you want to go onto budk.com and buy yourself like a low value knife or something like that, or a tactical pen.
We don't work for them. It's not a product placement or anything.
Yeah, we're not endorsing them,
Yeah.
but just using them as an example. So basically, it's all about if someone in your family makes a good amount of money, use that to your advantage. If someone in your family shares the mindset of prepping and has extra supplies, even better. Always have locations throughout your state that that you can go and seek refuge in. So that's it for us. Thank you for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, and we'll see you later.